I'm going to start with you, Rich. I'd love to know what your learnings have been over the last 2 years working with Nuro to develop this partnership and how you foresee the robotic delivery fitting into the overall strategy at Domino's.
Sure. Well, what we're really focused on in our trials with Nuro now is really understanding how the customer will interface with the robot at the curb, and then also how we integrate the robot into the operations at the store. And we've learned a lot in working with Dave and his team. They've been fantastic partners. And as we continue to learn, we'll continue to refine our approach. And, long term, we see robotic delivery as a part of our overall ecosystem, along with drivers in cars and riders on bicycles, bringing pizzas to customers' homes.
And Dave, I'm curious what demand has been like for Nuro and your technology, particularly over the last year as consumer preferences are starting to shift. I know you had a big funding round late in Q4 last year. What's demand been like, and what does the future look like for the company?
We've seen, I would say, similar demand increase to others that are operating in the delivery space. So we've been doing grocery delivery and delivery with some other partners during the pandemic. And, we've seen multiples of what we saw before the pandemic started. And I think it's become very clear to us, as it has to our partners, that this is a new normal. Right. I think that we've seen an incredible acceleration in the market penetration of delivery, and people are really appreciating the benefit that delivery provides to them in their lives. And we're very confident that even when things are back to normal, and hopefully very, very soon, we're still going to have this very elevated level of delivery relative to where we were pre-pandemic.
And Rich, back over to you. Labor is always a big challenge, particularly for companies operating in the restaurant space. The labor market is tight right now. It's hard to find workers. How does this kind of fit into that piece of the puzzle and make it easier for your franchisees to find drivers? You've hired a ton of people over the last year. Do you foresee this making it easier in the future in kind of using this technology?
Well, I think it will be a part of that broader ecosystem, Kate. So in the future, I see deliveries, going out in robots, but also we're going to continue to hire delivery drivers because in addition to being a great part of our store teams and our interaction with our customers, most of our franchisees in the U.S., 90% plus, as you know, started as delivery drivers. So it's also a great source of talent for us over time. So we're not going to stop recruiting drivers anytime soon.
So, Rich, it's Morgan. Just to dig into that a little bit more, can you find folks? If you're hiring at your different locations, are the workers there?
It's a tight labor market right now, Morgan, no question about that. And with delivery surging as it has, as Dave was referencing earlier, it's a very competitive market. So we look at ourselves as competing, for customers and also competing, for drivers, for team members. So we've got to be great at both.
Yeah, Dave, I'm just curious about these robots. If you were to see one moving down the street, how do you keep it safe? How do you keep maybe pranksters from tampering with it?
Safety as a company is obviously our top priority, right? And I think part of the reason that we're so excited about building this technology is that we see a remarkable opportunity to improve safety on roads for all the communities that we operate in. So that's very much our North Star. Before we get to a point like today where we're launching a service with a partner like Domino's, we put our entire system through the ringer in terms of validation. So everything from the hardware, the original designs, the software, how we operate the vehicle, to make sure that we feel really confident that when we bring it out into the world and when we bring it out into the communities that we live and operate in, that we're very, very confident that it's going to be a really responsible road user. And ideally, long term, we want to drastically improve road safety with these vehicles.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.